I think this could be just incredible. Keep on rocking in the free world. One of the first things that we found out is that our batteries can wear down quite fast if you don't use a lot of steps to conserve. So today I've got this this new box from Amazon that inside I hope has got a solution. Okay, and what's inside? I'll move all this over. Is what's called the AGP Tech lantern, okay? And this is my idea for saving battery in the RV, okay? The reason that I like it is it has 5 different ways to charge this, but number one, it's solar. And I figured if this works, and I only have a 22-foot RV, that this, in reality, could be the first of many solar products. And the 5 different ways that it can plug in or charge is there's a hand crank, there's solar, there's a DC that fits into your regular cigarette lighter in your car or your truck. There's an outlet, an AC outlet that would plug into your AC outlet if you wanted. I don't know why you would do that. And also DC batteries. There's also down here, which I'll show you once I unpack it, is a where this can charge your smartphone. It does have a number of uses, and so let's open this up and see what we got inside. I presume it's just like the box. Some instructions, which I had heard previously was one of the negatives. A coupon. Okay. And then we've got the inside here. You get a number of cords, which I noticed you didn't get with the other ones that I was looking at. Here's that DC power cord that plugs right into your cigarette lighter. I think my truck, the RV, has got 2 of those. And then this is the regular standard cord that would fit into the house power. I don't know why you'd want to use that, because you do have a, let me just makes it a little bit easier here. You do have a crank, and according to the online instructions, cranking this for 1 minute at 120 revolutions gives you 20 minutes of light. Sounds like a great deal to me. You can actually see that it got a little bit of charge, even though I only wound it like twice. This has been totally dead. It's got some protective screening on it, which I'm going to take off. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to test this right away to see if it works. A little place where you can hang it. This is all plastic, is the only drawback. But at $23 on Amazon, which includes free shipping, if you're a Prime member, it's a pretty good deal. So why don't we go out and try and test it, and let's put it in the sun, and then tonight we'll test and see how much light this really gives off, and if this is going to work for a 22-foot RV. Okay, now I'm outside in my RV. This is a Pleasureway Prestige 2015. It's built on a 2013 Ford E350 cab. and chassis. And this is the idea of how I'm going to just charge this, at least at first. I did read the instructions, and the instructions tell us that you really should charge it the first time for 9 hours. And because it's late afternoon here, we're not even getting direct sun. To make this a truly official and just review, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this here today, and then tonight, and then tomorrow, all day. We'll let it sit here. That should give it about 9 hours or more of charging and give us the minimum. It's just a few seconds later for you, but for me it's a day and a half later. The lantern has charged for certainly more than 9 hours. So it's ready to go. So let's see if I can fumble around in the dark, and let's see. There it is. Looking pretty good from my perspective. Let's see if that's the large setting or the small setting. Well, to be honest, I don't see much of a difference. That's off. That's medium or small, I guess. Light. 18 LEDs. And that's more. Honestly, I don't see a big difference in time or in light between this and that. Let's see. Well, in this corner here, let's see as I bring it out. This is what the RV looks like with the light. That is a Taco Bell cup, but it's full of water, just for anybody that wants to know. Whenever I go to Taco Bell, I get a bean burrito. No cheese. Don't do dairy. Okay, so let's see if I can actually function with this light here. Remember, the whole idea is to try and not use as much light or much energy when I'm boondocking. Obviously, when okay, so there's my computer. Let's see. Take a sip of water. Well, it's not as good as the lights in the Pleasure Way, and you'd probably need a couple of these if you were going to do it in a big RV like a fifth wheel. But the fact of the matter is, it does work. It does give you enough light. Now, one of the things we were going to talk about was whether or not this could also charge my, which is in theory what it's supposed to be able to do. And let's see if I can get to find that. Okay, so I have a USB cord into, which is now plugged into the bottom of the lamp. There's a little button to turn on. You saw this green come on. That means that it's should be able to charge it. And yes, it is. It is charging. See the little red dot on the cell phone on my Android? Yep. So certainly that it does fill the bill. It does give me some solar power that I can use here in the van, in the RV. And let me pull out one other thing, and that's a pencil and paper to see, just in the old school way, how good does this work. Honestly, not as good as the LED lights in here, but what I'm trying to do is to conserve the battery. And for whatever reason, they seem to go down very quickly. You'll see that cabinet door is open. Previously today I was watching the presidential elections, presidential debates, and so I had the TV plugged in up there, and I'm in a boondocking position. I'm in a parking lot here in Las Vegas. This is one of my tests, boondocking. So anyway, what I did is plugged in my converter or inverter, whichever, it's inverter, and the inverter is hooked up to the TV, and then I also plugged in the computer into the TV, into the inverter, and hooked up a HDMI cable from one to the other, and so I was able to put up here, there's a 32-inch screen. I was able to put the CNN's debate up there off of the TV, or off of the computer. So this is what I was trying to figure out if I can do it. Successful attempt. Takes a lot of power though to run that inverter. The batteries in the RV went from 12.6 to 12.3, and so that wasn't good, and that happened in about an hour and a half. Which brings up another point. A lot of you people that are looking at this may not have RVs, and a lot of you guys have flashlights that the batteries run dry, and then when something actually does happen, you don't have any light source. Well, here you got a good example of something where you can keep it in a window, or even if you didn't have it in a light source, it has this crank, and now you can crank it. This I think would be very good in case of emergencies, in case you lose power in your house. I don't know if I'm wild about it's very white. I don't know if you can see that. So that's about all I can think about. It passes. It does what it says it does. Gives you a lot of hours of light. The light is not as good as if I would turn on the RV lights, but I'm not draining any power. All the power comes from the sun, or from the solar crank, or if you're going down the road, you can plug it into your cigarette lighter in your RV or your car. So I think that this is good for $23. I think it's a great value. Again, it is also a charging station for my smartphone, which I will use a lot when I'm on the road. I'm going to give it a check mark, maybe a B for execution, certainly an A for value, and I would recommend it. Anyway, Ray Brown, Innovational Health RV, once again talking about RVs, and the health part is I'm drinking water. We will get into health tips, but we first got to get on the road. So, anyway, have a great day.